trenches and one funnel where we have this wet standpipe throughout all of it. And the subcontractor that we had in here to put the wet standpipe in, they just didn't do that great of a job. So there's a lot of issues that we're having with it. So really we're looking for a new player to come in, kind of pick up where they left off, and just come in here and kind of get the job done for us. So if you guys are out here doing the work, anytime you guys come out here, you'd have to come through me in order to come out here and do work, because we got to make sure that the third rail is de-energized and there's full lockout tagout procedure that you guys would have to go through, and a lot of training involved in coming down here and working around the rails. So just be prepared for that. So this is the section of pipe that we want to have worked on first. Now, like I said, there's quite a bit of issues with the wet stand pipe throughout the entire project, but this is what I need corrected, like, by the middle of January, really. Problem here is that isolation valve needs to be within 80 feet of that blue light right there.
So within 80 feet.
Yeah, so that's BART standard. Now, if you look at the drawing there, our original design.
Well, you have two there.
Right.
And then you would need this one within 80 feet. Now, what is this one?
That just isolates that section of pipe.
Okay. So when this comes in, so I'm assuming your supplies are pop on the other side and come up over and down.
Yep.
So when we come this way, you need that within 80 feet of that blue sign, basically.
Of the blue light. The light's just past the sign down there. I don't know if you can see that.
How wide are these spans? You know, offhand?
Or no, I don't know. But that just means what you need to do is, instead of having a T connection right here, you need to come down into a 90, take the supply that way.
Okay.
So your new supply line is going to run all the way down here. You'll need a T fitting in this area.
So you basically want where it T's right now, you would rather have us 90, bring it over to here, drop down the T, so still feed that way,
Right.
and then go over and feed that way. Okay.
So you would need a T fitting somewhere in this area,
Okay.
so that you can isolate you can isolate the supply for all of that line with that valve being moved to about right in here.
So we need all 6-inch. Okay. So, do we need to do the same thing on this? Well, I guess no, because that one's already
Done.
teed off for that shut-off
Yeah.
supply. Okay. So that's basically what we need to do is shorten that drop down up, bring it across. Bring it across. I don't know if there'd be, I don't think there's enough room to go above. We would almost have to go
Below it?
below and then tee it up. I don't know if they have any kind of height standards because you got the lights right here.
Yeah. Yeah. You can ask him.
Yeah, that'd be the only thing is it'd be real tight, and then by the time I try to do a T and a 90 right there, a 90 and a T in there, it'd be way too tight. I don't think that would be enough room.
Now, the pipe there right now, it's inactive, right? I'm assuming.
That I don't know.
No, I was thinking, what if we would,
So I'm assuming it might have water.
can they modify it where it's not, where it converted to a T?
I have a quick question for you. Instead of going to bring that basically that supply line down and over, you go below the existing
So
because there's not going to be enough room on top
right.
to go above and then still make the connection.
Yeah.
Unless I was to bring it out and
But then,
hang it to the deck instead of to the wall,
Yeah.
and then I could 90 and 45 it in.
Yeah.
You know, I could 90 to T to a 45, but we would have to basically bring it along a roof deck. I don't know if that would be an issue. I don't know what kind of clearance you need for the cars.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a cart envelope that we need to stay out of, right? I can send you guys all the criteria for it. I think that the way to do it is to either, like I said, you either got to hang it off the deck, or you have to run it up above, or leave this, just come down 90 and leave this as your supply, and put a T out and run it back along the deck so that you can then 45 it into the existing pipe. One of those two options, right?
I think it'd probably be better to leave, since this one's already here,
Yeah,
basically shorten that down piece up,
yeah,
put a filler in where that T is, and then just run along, you know. I mean, we'd still be above this guy,
yeah,
but do it to where I can 45 and basically a 90 at an angle, a T at an angle to drop in.
Yeah.
Then we, you know, put our valve. Now our valve might end up sticking out above here.
So, with,
Well, actually, no. The valve would be against the wall if I could run my supply line above. See what I'm saying?
yeah, so you're talking about, so completely disconnect that T.
Correct.
And shorten the riser.
Yep.
So that you're running a supply above it. You run it above it on the deck.
Yep.
What do you do where the deck connects down?
Double 90. We did double 90.
Yeah.
And then we get it to the point where we put a 90, a T and a 45, a 90 and a 45, and maybe cut a short filler.
Yeah.
And then we would just put our control valve right after the T, then we move over to air.
Yeah, I mean, to me that seems reasonable. We need to go through. I'll send you guys our specs and the appropriate design criteria. But to me, that seems like a reasonable way to do it. And if it seems like something you guys would be able to do, and like I said, I need to start moving on it and get it done. Very quick.
that is, right, is this active?
No, this is a deadline right
Oh,
now.
it's not.
Yeah.
This is gonna go on until March, and it's Fremont.
Ideally,
San Jose.
everything that we need fixed out here will be done by March. So so it would mean that whoever comes out here and does work, if it's you guys that come out here and do the work, that we just have to have all your materials right. You guys have to come out. There's very limited windows when you guys can come out here and do work because we're going to be testing trains at the same time.
Right.
So have to know what you're doing, have to have a good game plan, be ready to go. And when I say that you got 3 days to come out here and do it, like, no shit, you only got 3 days.
3 days, okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where, because it's such tight space and you're on tracks right here,
Yeah.
I'll have equipment that you guys can use. So I've got essentially a flatbed truck that we've outfitted with a scissor lift on the back. So we'd make that available to you guys to use and all that kind of stuff. But you're still gonna have to figure out how to get your pipe down here. You have to figure out if I've got requirement for those isolation valves. So the butterfly on the isolation valve needs to be 6'7" above the walkway there, and then the center line of the valve there itself needs to be 7 feet plus or minus 2 inches above the ground.
Where they're at now.
Exactly, but that might change if you have to move it. See where I got the dip down over there?
Yes.
If there's any spot where it dips down or anything like that, well shit, now you need new isolation valves. You know? So
But I don't think we ran into that problem here.
you don't run into it here. We definitely something that we need to double check so that, like I was telling Rolina, that you guys, if you guys are the ones that come out here and do the work, it's a very tight window because I'm testing trains at the same time. So when I say, I give you guys a week notice and say, hey, from here's 3 days a week from now where you guys need to do the work, and like no shit, it needs to get done in those 3 days. There can be no deviation from it. There can be no, oh, we got 80% of it done, nothing like that.
And they will provide scissor lift?
Yeah, I've got a
flat
high rail scissor lift that you guys would be able to use. We make that available to you. That you guys can. Well, I even give you an operator too, so it's driving it up and down the tracks for you. But all the material.
Now, is that for future tunnel or whatever you have to do?
What do you mean?
Or is it just for here?
No, it's everywhere. Anytime you guys are out here doing work, you'll be doing it on the tracks. So I'll make equipment available to you.
Okay. So you don't have to do any rentals?
No, you won't have to do any rentals, but you might have to. I mean, you're gonna have to thread pipe for. I don't know what the big fittings look like up here. So you'll have to come out here and whatever pipe you got to groove it, right? I don't know if you're gonna have to cut any pipe, but that would have to be your own equipment.
Yes, correct.
And then you'll have to figure out a way to get it down into the trench.
Okay.
So I can probably put a forklift somewhere close by, but at this point in the project, we're pretty much done with construction, so all that stuff is going away pretty quick.
Okay. Well, there's a hit machine down here. You guys carry it down my hand.
Okay.
That'd be good.
All right. Yeah, and then.
So are there more locations like this?
Oh yeah. This is the simplest one.
Is it just where the tunnel is? Or
the
do they
tunnel.
or where they basically put the walls high like this?
So I have a lot of places where they've messed up along the trench walls themselves. So like out here on the trench wall, the tunnel that I have is like this is just an overhead. I wouldn't consider this a tunnel. Like I have a legitimate tunnel.
Yeah.
South of here that it's going to need a considerable amount of rework. So there's a lot of work out here to do.
Now, is all of this shown on a plan? What needs to be done?
I have design drawings
Okay.
that I definitely would make available to you guys, and then we also have the shop drawings from the company that came out here and did the original work.
Okay. Now,
So-
as far as on those plans, did you guys mark up, highlight any of the changes that need to be completed?
I've got an engineer going through right now
Okay.
to highlight all of the deficiencies.
All right.
And
Because I would have to turn around and give that to my estimator so he knows what he's
so what I would like
bidding.
I think
or
the
doing
easiest
T&M.
I think the easiest way would be to do it T&M.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, because there's so many variables, right? Like I don't know off the top of my head if I'm gonna have 3 days open for you guys to come in here, or if I have 2 days open for you guys to come in here, and that means that you're working 12-hour days or anything like that. So I think the easiest way to do it would be T&M.
Okay, perfect. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as material, I'm assuming it's all going to be 6-inch.
It is 6-inch, yeah.
Everywhere.
There are some spots where it necks down.
Yeah.
At those HVACs.
Right there.
Yeah.
Where that looks like it goes down to 4.
Yeah. So it necks down to a 4 right
Okay.
there.
Now, as far as the earthquake bracing, everything has to be galvanized.
Yes.
cold galvanized or hot dip?
I'm almost positive it's all hot dip.
Okay. Fit galvanized couplings are just standard couplings of pipe. Those actually look unistrut clamps like look hot dip. Or maybe those are, but the bolts aren't.
Yeah, I don't know if they threw some stainless in there to try and slip it past us.
Why stainless not allowable?
No, you can do stainless. It's just
Well, the only problem I think what happened before when we had to use things that were hot dipped, the company that did the hot dipping for us, that dipped the nuts and the bolts. When you hot dip nuts and bolts, you can't take them on and put it back off.
yeah.
Yeah, so they, I mean, basically that dip galvanizes and mucks up all the threads.
Yeah.
So,
And that's all Schedule 10. Yeah.
It's hot dipped versus galvanized. That's what I'm looking at.
I haven't found any yet. They were supposed to. So that's around. I'll get to it this morning. But I wouldn't be surprised if they packed it all up in the night quickly.
now do you plan on extending these further down?
No,
Is that
that's-
part of the project?
That's
You got
all
shelves.
future. Yeah, that's all future use. You can see where they took the handles off of there. So
Yeah, I just was wondering.
yeah.
And those are just temporary, I'm assuming. If they have to get extended, then they would have to be moved within 80 feet of the mill.
Yeah.
With the light.
Yeah. So that's all for hard to worry about 20 years
You know,
from now.
down the line.
Yeah.
How many years down the line? 20 years, he said?
Well, I mean, this thing's supposed to be here for 100.
Yeah.
So
So basically, if these get extended, those valves go away.
yeah, but that's not in our scope.
Yeah.
So
No, I got it.
yeah.
But so now my next question is, wherever the pipe is already in, most of it is in, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I would say at least 90% of it is in, if not more. It's just a matter of needing to go back through and put it in the right way. Which is unfortunate. It's almost easier to just do it right
Do it
the
the
first
first
time,
time, yeah.
you know.
Okay, and you guys have, on these plans you guys noted all the bracing that's missing, any kind of, no? So we would have to walk into the individual section.
That would be probably the easiest way to do it. Is to come out here as we get a section open.
Okay.
To probably come out here with you or whoever is going to be overseeing the work to come out here, walk it, and say, you know, I don't do wet stand pipes. I don't know anything about them. You know, like I do systems, so I know all about the electricity, but all this shit's new to me. So I would definitely be relying on your expertise to come out here and say, oh wait, that doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. This
Okay.
isn't how it's supposed to be. So
Okay. So basically we'd have to walk every area when you're getting ready to open it up.
yeah. So we would definitely be looking for a partnership on this. You know, if I'm gonna go through and, you know, make my equipment available to you guys and, you know, make my operators available and all that kind of stuff, I would definitely be looking for a partnership.
Okay.
Looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's straightforward. I don't know why they wouldn't use those knee braces all the way down.
Yeah. You guys done anything like this?
We did the district one,
Okay.
but I wasn't involved in it.
Yeah.
The estimator who couldn't make it out here today was.
Yeah.
So he knows a little bit more about what the requirements are as far as the material. I was just asking just to confirm.
Yeah.
But as far as, I think we did a maintenance tunnel,
Okay.
and I'm assuming we did something like this. I never walked the job.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved with it, so. But I know we were out there for a little bit.
Okay. And you guys you're familiar with NFPA 14 and WC 16 license,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And then this is a prevailing wage job,
Okay.
so all 100% union.
We're non-union.
You're a non-union company?
Yes.
Okay, so anybody that you
Would come
send
out,
out here?
get the PW for local area.
Yeah,
We know.
okay.
And then state, correct? Or federal?
Well, it's federally funded, but what are you asking?
Well, there's a different, when it's state to federal, it's just so how I know how I got to send my apprentice hours out.
Oh, okay.
So who
I'd
I can
have to look into it. We've got a guy on the staff that's like a BA rep,
Okay.
so he can probably answer those questions better.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be up to my estimator to ask.
Yeah. And then any material out here, we're 100% Buy America,
Okay.
so all domestic. And you're gonna have to show your certs and everything else for every item that you bring on this job.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little cumbersome. It can be a little cumbersome dealing with.
Yeah. Well, the hard part's going to be just probably turning the material around that fast,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the trickiest thing. Is we can get galvanized, we can get it all, but is it U.S. domestic?
Yeah.
That's always the hard part. Most of the time, that has to be special ordered.
Yeah.
So we would almost have to know. I would like to give my shop guy 2-3 weeks in advance
Yeah.
to pull the material together. That way, he's not scrambling last minute.
Yeah. Yeah, because we
Try.
want you to be able to find the best deal on it and everything else.
Yeah,
So,
I will just even get it sometimes.
Yeah.
Getting domestic is a nightmare.
yeah.
It can be a complete nightmare.
Well, we could, like I said, I mean, I definitely am looking for a partnership on this. So we could definitely, I mean, if we decide that you guys are the right people for it and get you signed up and all that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
then I mean, shit, first week of January, we go walk all these trenches.
Okay.
You know? So,
Yeah, and I can come out here with the estimator just so you can see what he's up against.
yeah.
Kind of get an idea, ballpark, and we'll put at that point if we could walk it all with the set of plans, so we could note up what we need to do as far as material, what kind of corrections need to be made, especially from your engineers, because you guys are the ones. Our BARS basically has their own inspection crew, correct? So yeah, we would want to, if possible, walk with them also.
Yeah.
Just so as we're walking through, we know that, hey, this has to be corrected, that has to be corrected. You know, we get it all out on paper so we know, and then we can kind of ballpark and try to order that material ahead of time.
Yeah.
Just so we're not doing last minute scramble, go, I got everything except for this, this, and this, and then we leave you guys high and dry, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's totally not the thing.
All right.
Okay.
Wanna get out of here.
Yeah.
Good see.
Yeah, shoot it to Tom. Tom's gonna be the one that has to look at
Yeah,
all this.
Tom. And plus, it's going to be with the converse. I mean, I try not to record the people, not to film the people, but I recorded the voice.
It is what it is. Never been on YouTube.
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, not a problem.
What's that?
No, we don't have to put any kind of